pressure. Guess it feels like forever. Guess I can't take the pressure. Go! Nearly 4 minutes just to answer a call. This is how you do things from now on. Hello?
Hi there, is that Miss...
I'm phoning on her behalf. Do you need any security before you proceed?
I would need to speak to Miss... Please, is she there?
Yeah. Sorry, did you say your name's Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. Yeah. Hello?
Hi there, Miss... My name's Sarah. Basically, when you come through, you've already put your security number in.
Yes, I have.
When you do that, your voice needs to be the first one that we hear.
Right.
To continue the call.
Okay.
What I'm going to do, obviously I can appreciate you've waited to get through to us. I'm going to get you put straight through to another advisor. Have to wait. It will just be, if you do want someone else to speak on your behalf, that's fine, but you just need to be the one on the phone first of all, and then pass the phone across to
That's fine.
me. I'll get you put through now. They'll just have to be sort code and account number, and they'll just need 2 digits of your security number.
Thank you.
In a minute for you, okay? Thank you.
I'm going to just put it down and just talk.
Good afternoon, you're through to Abby. Thanks for waiting. Can I take your name, please?
Hi, I'm Miss.
Hello, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thanks. I'm just going to hand you through to someone's going to speak on my behalf because I'm a bit stressed at the moment.
Right, so is it about your account?
Yes, it is, yes.
Right, because I'll need to go through security
That's
with you
fine.
just to access it. Is that alright?
That's fine.
Have you got your account number?
Yes, it's...
And the sort code? I'm just going to load the details up now. Won't be a second.
Thank you.
Do you have the first and fifth characters from your phone bank security number? Right, are you happy for me to speak about your account to somebody else?
I am, yes, thanks.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi there.
Hi, is this Abby, is it?
It is, yeah.
Hi, I'm just phoning on behalf of... basically, she's phoned yourselves earlier today with regards to some money having been taken out of her account.
Right.
Could you just explain to me what the reasons for why this money's been taken out of the account, please?
Alright, let me have a look for you. Alright, basically she's got charges. It would have been from being in an unplanned overdraft. She's had £60 of charges, and that's from February.
Okay, and February, can you give me a date on that, February?
Yeah, that's fine. She's also had 2 returned direct debits and a returned standing order, which has also charged her a total of £30 for those.
2 direct debits and 1 standing order?
Yes, it's a total of £30.
A total of £30. Could you give me the breakdown on each one, please?
Right, so the £50 overdraft, that's from being overdrawn on the 2nd of February.
Okay.
There's a £10 charge for that.
Uh-huh.
On the 6th of February, there's a £10 charge for that.
Okay.
The 20th of February, there's a £10 charge for that.
Okay.
The 23rd of February, there's a £5 charge.
Okay, what's that for?
That was the same thing for being overdrawn. Basically, she was only overdrawn by a lesser amount, so the charge isn't as large.
Okay, and on each particular date, how much was she overdrawn by? You say £50 overdrawn on the 2nd of February. How much were they overdrawn by on the 6th of February, please?
Well, on the 2nd of February, she was let me just see, chargeable. Has she got a £50 overdraft on her account?
There's no overdraft
No
facility.
overdraft at all on there, right? That's fine. Let's have a look. Well, on the 2nd, she was overdrawn by £96.82.
On the 2nd of February.
Yeah.
How is that? Sorry, £92. Say that again.
£96.82.
£96.82. Okay.
On the 6th of February, she was overdrawn by £47.27.
Okay.
On the 20th of February, she was overdrawn by £43.52.
Yeah.
23rd of February, she's overdrawn by £22.63.
£22.60.
63 pence.
63. Okay.
Yeah, the 29th, she's overdrawn by £24.87 pence. I think I had another £5 charge.
Okay.
And then the 1st of March, she's overdrawn by £29.69 pence. And that's a £10 charge.
Right. Okay, so on the ones where going back to the 2nd of February for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you said first of all that there was a £50 overdraft charge. Is that correct?
The 2nd of February?
Yeah.
The
She was overdrawn by £50 or something like that. You said, and then you said it was £96.82 overdrawn.
The charges that she's incurred now for being overdrawn in February in total is £50.
Okay.
She was over her overdraft limit when it was the 2nd of February. It was over the overdraft limit by £96.82.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
And that's all up to the 1st of March. And then is there any more charges incurred after that date?
Let me have a look for you. Yeah, in March she's going to accumulate another £55 in daily charges.
Okay, how does that work then?
Because she was overdrawn again in March. So basically on the 1st of May, these charges will come out.
And how much will be charged then?
No, the daily charges are going to be £55.
It's going to be £55. So what's the daily rate on that? Sorry.
It's basically if you go overdrawn by over £24.99, it's £10 a day. Anything under £24.99 is £5 a day. So she's had a variety of 10 and 5s throughout that month.
So, I mean, obviously between now and May, there's a lot more days than that. I would think £55 wouldn't really be anywhere close to an estimate, unless my maths is way out.
This money's going to come out in May, but that's for being.
But when was it taken from?
It's from being overdrawn in March.
So this is just for what, from the 1st of March?
From the 2nd of March it will be up until the end of March.
Okay, and how much was it overdrawn up until the end of March then? If you could give me a breakdown from the 2nd of March, please.
It didn't go overdrawn until the 15th of March.
Okay.
Overdrawn by £22.82.
Okay.
The 19th of March, £45.32.
So, okay.
The 21st and 22nd of March was a consecutive one. It was overdrawn by £29.22.
Oh, how do you work out consecutive? Could you explain that to me, please?
Because she went overdrawn on the 21st, but didn't put money in on the 22nd, so it stayed overdrawn. So I'm like, to say on the 19th, when she was overdrawn, if she probably put money back into the account after, like on the 20th or something, but on the 21st, when she went overdrawn, she'd not put money back into the account, so it stayed overdrawn on the next day as well.
Okay, and how much was that for, sorry?
She was overdrawn by £29.22.
29.22 on that day. So
22nd.
Okay.
28th, she was overdrawn by £14.02. 29th, the same. She was still overdrawn from the day before, £14.02. And then the 2nd of April, she was overdrawn by £26.76.
Sorry?
2nd of April, so
Yeah.
it was yesterday, because the charging period will slightly differ depending on the weekends and things, so it will be from yesterday. That will be on that charging period.
And that was
£26.76.
£26.76.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so for those days, we're saying that on the 15th of March, yes? Because it was below the rate, it would be £5, yes?
So let me get them back up for you a second. Yeah, it's £5 for that day.
And on the 19th, that would have been a £10, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. On the 21st and 22nd, would both those days be charged?
Yeah, both of them we charge £10 each day.
Right. Okay. On the 28th, it would have been 5, yes?
Yeah.
And on the 29th, it would have been another 5, yes?
Yeah.
So then, on the 2nd of April, that would, what, be a £10 or...
I'll be a £10 because it's gone just over the £24.99, yeah. Obviously she's getting a lot of charges every single month, and we have a customer support unit who it might be worth speaking to, so that she doesn't, like, she can pay, so they can look at paying charges back kind of gradually.
Well, what we actually, what I was looking to do is your manager or supervisor there?
What were you wanting to do?
I want to speak to your supervisor or
Right,
your
okay,
manager.
I'll get someone now for you.
Alright, thank you. Thanks very much.
Hello, is that Mr. Sorry about that.
It's okay. I'm speaking on behalf of... You need to speak to her first, or are we okay to continue the conversation?
I've got permission off Mr. for us to speak to you.
Yes, yes.
How can I help?
Okay, basically I was just speaking... sorry, you're breaking up a little bit there. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry. Right, I was just speaking to one of your colleagues before. Sorry, I forgot your name. What was it?
It was Abby.
Yeah, that's it. I was speaking to Abby. Sorry, I meant your name, sorry.
My name's Gail.
Gail, hi Gail. I'm... Basically, I was phoning on behalf of his account. It seems to me that there's been a few bank charges been applied from the month of February, continuing on to the end of this month and even into this new month.
Right.
Okay, so I'll just give you a quick breakdown of what I've heard so far. So it started from the 2nd of February, where there was a overdrawn. They told me it was £50 overdrawn, but then it became £96.82 overdrawn. Is that correct?
Let's have a look for you.
Okay.
Starting from the 2nd of February.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, is Mr. in any financial difficulty at the moment?
Other than bank charges, no.
Okay. Does she know why the bank charges were incurred? Has anybody explained to her?
Well, we're sitting down. We're working through this right now.
Has she had any refunds or waivers of bank charges in the last 12 months?
Yes, she has.
She has, okay. Let me have a look for you and we'll see what's going on. Right, 2nd of February. Okay, right. 1st of February, I can see there was charges for unplanned overdraft fees, and they would have related to 4664.
46.
64, because what happens, if you go overdrawn on an account, you get a daily fee, and you also get the £5 usage fee for going into unplanned overdraft. Now, we normally write to you and let you know you're on unplanned overdraft, and what we'll do, we'll give you notice of when the charges are coming out. The charges normally come out on the 1st of the month, and they have done from its surcharging period. So she had £25 worth of unplanned overdraft fees. She had £20 charge for returned standing orders. So that means that she's had standing orders set up, but if you're a penny short for the standing order to go out, the bank can't pay it. It doesn't charge you the first day, but the second day it does try and make the payment for you. If the funds aren't in, then you do get a charge.
Okay, so that was a total of £50 then?
Yeah, that was...
For one fee, yes? And that was on the 1st of February?
Yeah, and that'll be...
So that's what took it to...
Have a look, but that's for 2 returned standing orders, well they didn't leave the account, and unplanned overdraft fees. So that's those charges there. Then there was the account fee, because it's £9.95 for the type of account that Miss has, but she gets benefits. But I understand how she downgraded that today.
Okay, we weren't made aware of that.
There was what?
We was never made... Were you made aware of that when you took the account out?
What about?
This special savings account that you're in where you had to pay a fee. Okay.
No, if she has the account, what she would have gotten with it would have been mobile phone insurance, European travel insurance, and that's the account, and it would have been explained whether it was done over the phone or whether it was done in branch. The advisors all have scripting to follow, and we'll certainly get that investigated if Ms. Weather feels that it wasn't explained to her. However, from the information that we have, the account fee is £9.95, and that came out in the 1st, and that's for a service that Ms. has with the bank. Downgraded, from the notes I have, it looks like that's been downgraded today to a normal account, so where she doesn't pay anything. I spoke to somebody else earlier.
And that account fee comes out on what date of the month, sorry?
Always the 1st of the month. We have several different types of accounts. We have a classic where there's no fee.
Right.
We have a silver account where there's a fee of £9.95, and then it goes up and up and up.
So, according to what you just told me then, on the 1st of February, her account was £46.64 overdrawn, is that correct?
On the 1st, it ended up at £55.44p overdrawn, because there was a £5 usage fee as well.
No, before we get to that, because I need to do my maths here, I need to know how we arrived at this figure.
Right,
Yeah?
she had £4.51 in her account balance on the 1st, okay? Then...
No, hold on. £4...
51 was the account balance. Right.
Is that positive or negative?
That was positive.
Okay. On the 1st of Feb.
51, yeah. So then, she had £25 overdraft fees, so that's daily fees for being overdrawn. So
Okay, and how much was... She overdrew by £25? No. Or she had £25 fee?
She had £25 worth of fees.
Alright, and how much was she overdrawn by?
I'll have to go back to the previous month and have a look for you, so just one moment. Let's have a look for you. If I go back to the old one, be a moment. I'll have a look for you. Historical charges, let me have a look. Right. Chelsea, where are you? Just gone overdrawn quite a bit on the account into unplanned overdraft. This has been going on since January there was a lot of daily fees on. There was £70 worth of daily fees applied in January.
Yep.
And I think these fees come from December.
But basically, the reason why I wanted to speak to Abby's supervisor to get some clarity on the issue. I mean, obviously, it seems like there's going to have to be a whole heap of investigating going on into the actual fees that's been taken out in the first place. But I just want to refer you to something that I've been reading, and it's referring obviously to the banks and the way that charges are applied. It says basically there's an act of parliament which overrides banks taking charges. If anybody isn't... Pardon?
Well, I'll explain it to you. I'll explain how the charges occurred and then I can...
Yeah, I understand how the charges have been occurred, but there's an act of parliament which overrides what the banks do to take charges from an account if you're in receipt of any of the following benefits: income support, tax credits, child benefit, job seekers allowance, incapacity benefit, disability living allowance, attendance allowance, CSA payments, and other Department of Work and Pensions payments. Did you get all that?
Appropriation, okay?
Pardon?
It's called a right of appropriation, what you're talking about.
No, we're talking about an act of parliament, and these social security benefits are granted to stop hardship and designed to meet day-to-day needs and exempt and protected under the Social Security Administration Act 1992, subsection 187, from arrestment in terms of section 187 of the Social Security Administration Act 1992. And then if you see...
What I asked you at the beginning of the call was your partner in any financial difficulty? And you're normally in financial difficulty if you're not working, if you've got job seekers allowance, or there's been charges.
Well, in that sense, yes. But if you're asking in a day-to-day sense, because that's obviously what the benefits are there to do. They're designed to stop hardship, meet basic day-to-day needs, and that's why they're exempted from these charges. If you understand what I'm saying. It's also mentioned in section 45 of the Tax Credits Act. Where Chapter 21 and Part 1 is identical to the provision that's said in 187 of the 1992 Act, which basically stipulates that banks cannot apply any charges to the money received as benefit, and any charges are unlawful and therefore disallowed. So this really gets back to what we were saying about the charges, because there does seem to be an extreme number of charges being taken, and it's all basically down to ignorance of the law. So if you're following what I'm saying...
What I'm going to say to you is at the beginning of the call, I did see it was any financial difficulty because we have a special unit that deals with this. So have a look to see what you can afford. We always deal with financial difficulties in a respectful manner. We have something called right of appropriation, which is the right of bank customers to tell a bank how to use the funds paid into their accounts, and I think that's what you're talking about. The funds should not be used to pay bank charges. And if you want to exercise that right, what happens is we will honour one right of appropriate instruction. If the customer intends to exercise their right of appropriation, they need to give us 30 days notice. But what ultimately we ask you to do is either speak to our financial difficulties unit or pop into branch and they'll actually have a look at it. I can see that the account's gone overdrawn, quite a few times. I don't think it's been done on purpose because obviously nobody wants to incur bank charges. They are very, very expensive.
Well, it seems to me that obviously the point's been raised now. But if you're looking at just the month of February alone, I mean, there seems to be so many mismanaged charges. It doesn't even make sense to the actual figures that we've arrived at. If I'm to do my maths correctly... basically we have £4.51, and on top of that, because it was in credit at that time, a charge was then applied, which then sent it into overdraft.
We never charge on... What I'm going to do is I can explain every month how this was charged. I can give you the details, I can give you everything if you want me to.
Well, I'm saying that's going to have to happen, because it seems to me that all of these charges, going back to since she's probably had the account, because if she's been on benefits the whole time, these laws actually go back to 1992. So if she's had the account with you since 1992, we'd have to draw quite a lot of paperwork in order to get this resolved satisfactorily.
We don't need to go. What we can do is we can look at this. We're not saying we're not going to look at it for you. You know, the account has been overdrawn quite a lot. We have written to Miss to let her know that. If she contacted us and said, I'm in difficulty, I can't...
Well, she's heavily pregnant at the moment. Obviously, she's heavily pregnant at the moment, so obviously you can understand her not being able to get out of the house quite as much as you or I.
She could ring us at any time, you know. We do look at things. We don't want to make her financial situation any worse. Have a look. I mean, I can go through it step by step with you and tell you every day and why she's being charged. Or what I can do is pop you through to the customer.
Well, obviously, neither you or I is actually fully qualified to go through all of that, you know, and to amend everything that needs to be amended. I mean, it seems to me that if we can't get, you know, a positive result, what we're looking here, then we would have to then look at a bigger investigation as to what's actually going on here, because there seems to be a lot of things that are not really adding up. I mean, maths is maths anywhere you go in the world, and 2 and 2 is always going to be 4. If charges are then put into an account, which then puts it into being overdrawn, to then apply another charge, surely that's using, you know, the administration service not for what it was really intended. And it seems to me that there's far too many charges gone on in the first place. But, you know, not least of all, getting back to what I was originally saying, which is the fact that it was...
We wouldn't make this worse off by charging on a charge. We don't do that. It's not our policy.
Well, it seems to me that this has occurred, and you know it keeps occurring on a regular because of the fact that her money is regularly going into there, and that the date then comes later on, because I'm told that on the 1st of May there's going to be another charge going back to other dates. But again, I'm looking at, you know, the fact that all of these charges, not just any particular one, but every single charge that's been incurred is actually breaking with, you know, an act of Parliament, which is actually, you know, a very serious offence. And neither you or me has the authority or the knowledge to pursue this, you know, without actually going down a legal recourse. And obviously we're trying to avoid that. We're trying to get on with everyday action.
We have to go down the legal route. Let me show you an example. On the 20th of December, Miss went overdrawn by £36.97. So the bank charged us £10 for that.
Yeah, but still, everybody has to have an authoriser. If that charge was sent, the person who authorised it wasn't following by the letter of the law, and they was interpreting their own point of view of the law. The point of view is really null and void, because, you know, from it's actually enacted into an act of Parliament. Me or you don't have a say over such things.
I know you're frustrated and you're quoting all these things to me, but what I'm saying to you is, I'm not saying we're not going to help her, but we need to speak to our financial difficulties unit to see. We have written to Ms. on several occasions, but she hasn't contacted us to tell us. So if you don't tell us, she's...
Well, again, because her main method of communication has been the mobile phones or telephone. If I'm not here to lend her my phone, then she's has to rely on a house phone. Recently she got cut off because her bill wasn't paid on time. She paid the bill and then it was put back on. So obviously this is why she was not able to contact you straight away. Notwithstanding though, this is now coming to like the second time we've had to raise the issue. And the fact that we was actually, you know, sent about in around the houses kind of way, because the first person she spoke to was her manager, and he should have been able to solve that, being the branch manager. Her not being there in person shouldn't really matter if the system's in place to deal with it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Account now, and I can see it's been in difficulty for a very long time. You're talking a long time that it's been in difficulty.
Okay.
You know, if Miss had come through, we could have, you know, discussed this with our customer support unit. We don't want to make Miss in more financial difficulty. What we need to do is, we need to speak to the right people to see if there's anything they can do to look at this account, because you're right, it's going on in this circle where she's getting charges, it's taking our child benefit, and that's not the purpose. So we need to sort this out once and for all. What I'll do is, I'm going to speak to the financial difficulties unit. Does she have a list of her ingoings and outgoings? What goes into, you know, her financial commitments? Because we will need to look at that so they can help her. to see what she can afford and what she can't.
Okay, but before she actually goes into actually digressing her personal information, we still need to get back to the issue of the lawfulness of all these charges, because charges seem to have been taken out in ignorance, really, of the fact that she is on incapacity benefit, even though all the statements do actually state that it's come from either child benefit or income support or JSA. So I was just wondering, how is it your system interprets the input commands basically from the payment systems that it's receiving from these agencies?
You know, we wouldn't discuss our systems with yourselves. We would discuss what has happened and why it has happened. This has been going on for a while, and the charges have been occurring, and then it's been happening. But if Miss didn't ring us and tell us she was in difficulty, we would.
But she never created the charges. She's a victim, obviously, of the charges. In discussing that with you, really, it's your administration that's at fault here. This is what we're discussing, because it seems to me that the administration, until it's pointed out, is basically running riot, doing and dictating itself. It's only when we obviously come to a face-to-face or obviously a conversation on the phone we're actually getting any closer to what's going on here.
Well, Miss account's gone into difficulty. She's incurred charges, and the next month it's happened again and again and again. It's been a cycle. But we would not intervene if Miss unless she contacted us. So we don't look at the account every day.
I see. So according to that, then, if there was, say, some fraud going on within the account system, not saying that there is, no one would actually pay attention to that until it was pointed out. Is that what you're saying?
The bank has loads of fraud prevention methods, but I can't discuss them with you because we're private to the bank. However, what I can say is we wish she'd come to us earlier and said she was in difficulty, because I don't like to see this when I'm seeing what I'm looking at, or just being occurring and occurring.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that, Gail. It's really disheartening. And obviously, you got to understand with the fact that she's got several kids. She's got 3 kids to take care of.
I'm a customer myself. I'm a human being. I'm not wanting to do wrong by this. I'm wanting to help her.
I can see that. That's why, I'm taking my time to obviously explain our position and understanding your position.
What she can do is discuss the difficulties with the financial unit. They are there for this purpose, and they will have a look and they will discuss it with her and see what they can do to support her. That's the offer from the bank. We have a special unit where there's trained people to deal with this, because I can see what's happening, and it isn't good for Miss. It isn't good for the bank, because we don't want her to incur all of these charges. And the accounts obviously keep going overdrawn, keep getting charges, and it's a no-win situation.
Well, again, this is why the law was actually designed, because obviously banks do make money from making charges or charging interest fees on.
I work for the bank. We're a business, and if people.
Yes, you are business. That's true, but there are laws to all businesses, and part of the law to prevent obviously people running amok. Because obviously, if there's no checks and balances, then we've got an unbalanced system, and what we're trying to do is put back in place the checks and balances.
What we do is, myself and Abby's still here. She's been listening. We'll go through to the customer support unit. We'll see what they can do to help Miss.
Right, and is there any chance in the meantime, because obviously this is something that we're in dispute with, until such time that we can agree that these things are done in a lawful way and that we're all happy, could we have the money returned that's been taken as charges, so that she's actually in a position to then take care of her family, and I think then we'll actually have a more positive conversation?
Customer support unit are the people to deal with this, and what they'll do is they'll advise you what the outcome of this. Also the branches, when you were quoting all of those acts to me, the branch are the people to speak to about that, because what they would do is they would probably refund the charges for the family allowance as it gone out the last time. I don't know what will happen to the previous times, and then they would discuss.
Well, obviously, since the law has been in activation, it would incur for every single charge. This is why I'm saying we're trying to deal with it personally, in a way that makes sense. But obviously, none of us are experts to then, divulge every piece of business that the bank is doing, daily charges and then subsequent charges within charges. That's really obviously your department, and that's where your administration would have to then be fully open to actually see what's been going on. That's why we're saying here.
What we'll do is, we're going to run through to the department now.
Mm-hmm.
And what we'll need to speak to them. They do
Yeah.
want to speak to her.
No problem.
I mean, I'm looking here. I don't know who she spoke to previously, but there has been charges refunded in March on the 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
The £10 and the £70. So I don't. Do you know who did those for her? Was it the branch or was it?
It was the branch.
It was the branch. And what did the branch say about the account?
Pardon?
What did the branch say about the account?
What did
Look into it
admitted it
see what was
unlawful.
happening.
Well, they basically admitted to what we were saying, that it was unlawful and that they refunded her charges. That was it.
Okay, for that one time, was that right?
Well, it doesn't really refer to one time. It refers to every single time that a charge is applied, because obviously benefits are designed to stop hardship. If you take anything from that benefit, it's no longer a benefit. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's below the subsistence level. There's a level from which monies can be charged that's satisfactory. That obviously, you know, the banks deal with those people every day. But we're talking about people that are obviously in those difficulties now. They might not want to admit that it's a financial difficulty if they see it as a way that they can survive daily. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hence what you were saying in the beginning, is she in financial difficulties? Well, the question didn't really make sense until you explained it a little bit more as to your interpretation of it.
You see, what happens is the bank doesn't want to take the family allowance, you know, the child benefit or whatever the benefit is every month.
Mm-hmm.
The Miss has borrowed money without permission, really, because the account's got overdrawn. That's why she's incurred charges. But the branch, we wouldn't want that to continue, and I can see it's gone on for a while. So I'm going to go through to the customer support unit. I'm going to explain everything, and I'm going to ask them for some advice for you. They will need to speak to Miss though, and you know, she can give permission again to speak to yourself.
Yes,
All right.
because obviously there seems to be issues as well with other companies external to yourselves and the way you're doing business with them. Obviously, you're a third party making collections and making the transactions on their behalf, hence the direct debit. And if there's not the sufficient funds in there, you're not able to arbitrate for the client's behalf. We can understand that. But still, within the system and the way it's set up today, it's literally a computer screen or a computer button click away to rectify this.
What we'll do is, I'm going to go through and speak to the experts, alright?
That'd be, okay.
We'll be back and I'll introduce you to a colleague and they'll have a look at this, alright?
Alright, thank you very much, Gail. Thanks for talking to me. Thank you.
Come on, sit down. Dad is on the phone. Come on. Come on, good boy. Sit down. Come.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hiya. I've got my colleague on the phone, Robert, and he's in the customer support unit. He's going to have a chat with Miss and it's aware that you're there as well, and you might need to talk to him, alright?
Alright, thank you very much for your help, Gail.
Bring him in and I'll hope you get it resolved. Just one moment, please.
Okay.
Hello there.
Can you speak to
Hello?
Are you there still?
I am, yes.
Hiya. I'm going to introduce you to my colleague Robert in the customer support unit.
Okay.
Robert, are you there?
I'm here, yeah. Hello, Miss.
Yeah. Hiya. I'll leave you two together and I'll explain to Robert the situation and he's going to have a chat with you all.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Hello?
Okay, I'm just going to ensure first that we still have the correct contact details for you. We've got your home number.
No, it's...
Okay. Okay, thank you for that. And do you have any other numbers? So this is the best number to call you on, please.
That's the best number to call me on.
That's the number. Thank you, Mr. So you're looking for access to your benefits, which we can try and sort out for you today, yep?
Okay.
I just need to double check. It's because it's showing you overdrawn at the moment. Showing that I think you've been stuck in a cycle of charges. You know what's been happening? Have you been going overdrawn due to financial difficulties?
Yes. Well, I'm on benefits at the moment.
Okay, because what we could look to do really to see how we could stop these charges charges happening in the future as well, we can look at a financial assessment with you and see if there's something we can put out in terms of the overdraft.
I'm just going to pass you on to Mr. He can deal with you from here if that's okay.
Your partner or
Mr. His name is.
Mr. Okay, and is he dealing with your account on your behalf?
Yes, he is.
Okay, is that a debt management company at all?
I'll pass you on the phone to Mr. 1 minute, here you go.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Is your name Robert? Is it?
It's Robert, yeah?
Hi, I'm Mr. Nice to meet you. Yeah, basically, I'm just discussing on Miss behalf. She's heavily pregnant at the moment, so obviously she's been quite stressed out. So
Alright, is you a
hopefully.
friend of hers or is it a debt management company?
No, I just a friend, just helping her out. That's all.
Okay, no, that's fine, because what I was saying to Miss, we can definitely see if we can give her access to her benefits, but what we can also look to do is that, because she's in an unplanned overdraft at the moment, see how we can avoid charges in the future, and if there's something we can set up on her account to bring her back to normal. Is that something which would be okay to do with us today?
Yep.
Okay, no worries. Because what I need to do is, if I was to run through a financial assessment, would you know the income expenditure of Miss, or should I speak to Miss with regards to that? What would be best place?
Well, obviously you'll have to mention facts and figures, income and expenditures. A rough figure, ballpark figure really, of what you're spending and your liberty expenses. So food, gas, electric,
No, I
water.
spend all of it. I spend all of what goes into my account on food and gas and electric.
Yeah. You have some rough idea. Well, how much do you get then, roughly, per week? Is it about £250?
About £250.
Right, £250. So from that, what would you say? £50 gas,
Yeah,
£50 electric,
and then best on
food, travelling,
Travel.
clothes, etc. Okay. Hello.
Hello, yes, is it okay to speak with
Pardon?
Would it be okay to speak with Miss then?
She's just dealing with the children at the moment. That's why again. I'm speaking on her behalf, but she just give me a little breakdown. Obviously, we can only give you estimates because it changes from month to month.
No, because I've got the child benefits that go. I've got £47.10 a week that's paid into the account, if that's correct.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. And can I just start with the household situation as well? How many people in the household, please?
Well, there's herself and her 3 children, and soon to be another child.
Okay. Right, okay. I've got the household situation, that's fine. In that case, what I'll do is I'll go through what I've got on the statements, because do you have any statements there by any chance?
No statements to hand, but I could probably get her to have a look for some. But if you just give me your information anyway, then we can.
So I've got child benefits, £47.10 a week, and then I've got child tax credit, £158.59 a week. Is that correct then?
Right. Child tax credits, is that?
Child tax credit, yeah.
Alright, I'll just confirm all of that. Right, I need to confirm. Do you get child benefit £47.10 per week?
Yeah.
Is that the full amount? Is that, do you only get it for one, or do you get it for all of them?
For all of them.
At the same amount? So is it 3 times 47, or is it
I
just...
don't know, you'll have to have
Alright, and then do you get child tax credit of £158
Yeah.
or 59 So those two figures together, plus your own benefit,
Yeah.
will be the figure we're looking at?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello?
Yep, that's all about right, yep?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I've also just got a performance income support, £91.41. Yep, so that's just the 3 amounts.
91.41, yeah?
I've got that per month for £91.41, yeah? Which I take as correct, or is it fortnightly or weekly, do we know?
Is that fortnightly or weekly
What for?
for your income support?
Fortnightly.
It's every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, excellent, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all that's coming into the account, from what I can see. I take it that's about right, yep? In terms of the credits that's coming into the account. And with regards to housing situation, does Ms. get any housing benefit to help
Yes, she does.
It doesn't go into that account. No.
It doesn't go into the account now, so I'll pay directly.
Okay. Does it get paid to the landlord directly, and then it's the rent is paid for?
Yeah.
It is, okay. So Ms. doesn't have to pay something herself on top every week or every month at all?
No.
Yep, okay. Does Ms. run a car at all, sir?
No.
That's an okay. have any savings or investments at all aside?
No.
Okay. If you look at this, is she paying out for any life or medical insurance at the moment?
No.
Okay. And is she paid into any private pension or that's not?
No.
No, okay. And if we could look at the shopping, so food, toiletries, cleaning products, that kind of stuff, the household, how much is it per week, please?
Well, she told me it's over £100, give or take £10 or £20, depending on the price.
That's about £100 a week then, approximately.
Yeah,
Yep, okay.
slightly over, about 110, 120.
I'd say 120 then, okay. And does Miss have to pay out for any childcare costs?
No.
Yep, okay. Do we pay for council tax? Do we get help with that?
No, she gets exemption from that. That gets paid for.
How much is the gas per month, please?
Per month?
Yes, please.
Well, I don't know it per month, but it's about £50 per week, give or take.
Pound a week. Yep, week. And what about for electric, please?
About the same again.
£50 a week, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And do we know how much the water rates are, please? So the water
That comes to about £5 a week.
£5 a week, okay. And is there any telephone or internet connection at home?
Yes, telephone. How much is that per month? Huh?
£20.
So it's £20 per week, so it's like... per month. £20 per month.
£20 a month, thank you. And a TV licence, is that £12, 12 pence a month? Is that?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Any buildings and contents insurance that Miss paid out for?
No. No.
No, okay. And do any of the children, are they at school at the moment, or are they all quite young?
Yeah, well, one of them's just started school, he's in nursery, the other one's in school, main school, it's junior. One of them is just starting nursery, is it? Yeah, starting nursery.
Is there anything that we pay towards the meals, school meals, on a weekly basis?
Do you have to pay anything towards the meals? No.
No, okay.
No, they're on free
School
dinners.
uniforms and shoes that we need to buy quite often or once a year, please.
Pardon?
Things for like school uniforms and shoes.
Oh yeah. How much is it you spend on uniform per year? How much is the uniform? About £50 or something like that per. You're thinking the little one as well. Is it about that? Yes, between £50 and £60
Okay.
per child. So it's like 180 a year.
180, okay. And do we pay out for any health costs, any prescriptions, glasses, any dentist, that kind of stuff?
Yes, glasses. For the eldest son.
Okay.
They're how much were they? It was about £30.
Yeah.
£30.
£30 a month, yeah. Okay. And are there any court fines outstanding at all? Any fines?
No.
Courts? No. Okay. And how much on transport, public transport, is spent per week or per month, please?
Oh, about £15 per week.
£15 a week. Okay. And is Miss bills, so utilities, all that stuff, are they all up to date at the moment, or
Your bills up to
behind
date?
on any?
Yeah, they're up to date.
Great, thank you. And does Miss have any loans or credit cards if anybody she's paying off?
You have any loans, credit cards? No.
No, okay. Any store cards or catalogues?
No.
No, okay, thank you. Okay, because what I'll do is I won't go for any more expenditure, such as any efficient subscriptions, that kind of stuff, because I think what it's shown at the moment is that there is more money going out than there is coming in. Does that sound about right? In terms of expenditure, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think what we'll do first is we need to give access to that benefits that's paid in. That is going to be short for the normal bills and food. Would you say that sounds about correct? Yep, okay. So we're going to give access to the benefits that have been paid into the account. I'm just going to bring up the statement quickly so I can see how much is there. Okay, £47.10, yep. That's what I've got paid in today. Is that correct? Paid in, I think, around morning today?
Is that right for today? What about yesterday, Monday? Did you not get any?
Yesterday.
But you should have.
No, it's every 2 weeks.
When do you get your other lot? Is it Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, because what I'll do is I'm going to put a note on the account, because normally what we'd look to do is to set some kind of an arrangement on the amount that Miss is overdrawn by. But because there's more going out than there is coming in, we're not looking to do it at the moment. We need to give her access to the benefits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put But
Okay.
if she was to pop into any Lloyd's branch, they have to give her that £40.10.
Okay.
Yep, so that there'll be a note on there with regards to that.
Right. Would she be able to draw it out at cash point? The reason I'm asking, because obviously she's heavily pregnant at the moment. She might not be able to make it down there with her 3 children.
Sure, no, that's not. The only thing is, I'm afraid she wouldn't be able to, because if she was to go to a cash point, what it would say then is that there's insufficient funds because you're overdrawn along those kind of lines.
Right.
Yeah, I'm afraid it'll have to be in a Lloyd's TSB branch, any Lloyd's TSB branch.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think what we need to do is this account at the moment. I don't know what's happened, but she's got something called a silver account. So she's being charged an account fee every month.
Right.
She's being charged, let's see, she's being charged £9.95 for something called a silver account. Now she does get certain stuff with that.
What account? Sorry.
It's called a silver account.
Oh, silver. Okay. I thought you said something else there.
Oh, no, sorry. Silver account. She does get like
Yeah. Well, according to Miss, she's cancelled that today. Can you confirm that?
I'll just double check that. Do you know who she cancelled it with?
Do you know the name of the person? Was it the manager?
Oh, yeah, I can see that on here. Now, the thing is, what I'll do is, because we need to avoid any charges in the future,
Yeah.
we can put something on this account called the control service. All this will literally do is that if she has anything returned back or goes overdrawn, she won't get those charges because that was what was building up quite a lot on her account.
Yeah. Okay.
If I give out the information, then I can try and get this on here.
Okay.
I can offer this our control service, which is free of charge for 6 months. And the main features of this are there are no daily unplanned overdraft charges. Only 1 monthly overdraft usage fee of £5 if she's been an unplanned overdraft or overdrawn. Now there are no charges if Miss has any direct debits, checks or standing orders returned, and also it restricts overspending on her debit card in the majority of cases if no funds are available. Now after 6 months the service will be £10 per month, and we will send Miss a reminder notice at the time. She can cancel the service at any time at a branch or through telephone banking. It would help to stop any charges building up. So would you like me to apply the service on the account?
When would that service be applied from? Today?
It can take up to 3 working days to activate, so 3 working days maximum.
Uh-huh.
Get that on the account to avoid any daily charges and things like that, yeah?
Okay. I'll ask Miss. She'll probably have a think about it and get in touch with you about that tomorrow, if that's okay. If we could still obviously do what we need to do regards to getting the refunds, because I think she'll be in a better state of mind to then, think a bit more clearly.
That's all right, no worries. What we'll do in the meantime is, because notice are looking to offer any further lending, there is that restriction put on the account, and I think what Miss needs to do is just review all her other direct debits and standing orders from the
Right? Yeah.
any that she would deem to be non-essential.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think she doesn't really want anything going out because any charges are taken further overdrawn.
Yeah.
And even though she's got access to that money, just anything that goes in is taken against the unplanned amount. Now, because we're unable to set up any arrangements, there's not much to worry about. The only thing is if it was to be part of our collections department, they would contact us for an arrangement to be put in place. It just affects her credit rating, but just internally.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she'll be in touch tomorrow as soon as she's resolved the present difficulties.
Okay. All right. In that case, I'll let Mr. go. The thing is, there is a number for a company called the CCCS. It may be worthwhile her talking to them. There's a free phone number. They're the management company that don't charge anything. They give advice. Financial advice. Do you have a pen and paper to have?
Yes, I do. Just give me 1 second.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, just get a pen. Okay, give it to me. Give me the number, please.
That's 0800
Yep.
138
Yep.
1111.
1111.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're the CCS.
CCCS, 3C for the one end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go ahead and note the account. So we should be able to get that money out at any branch. Now,
Okay.
it's a survey, but I know you've got to go now. Did you have any further questions for me at all today?
Yes, is there any branches open that she will be able to go to now to get her funds, or would she have to wait till tomorrow?
As far as I'm aware, I don't think there's any branches open at the moment. She may have to ask with general inquiries about that, but it will have to be tomorrow, maybe. I think 9 o'clock in the morning they should open.
Yeah. Okay, well, I suppose she'll have to live with that. I thank you for your help, Robert. You've been very helpful.
Welcome, sir. Take care. All the best.
Okay,
Your call.
would we be able to speak to you again if we needed to obviously continue with what you're saying regarding the what did you call it? The control surface.
My
That's it.
direct number, and you wouldn't get through to myself necessarily, but I'll give you my number. Do you have
Okay.
paper to hand still?
Yes.
Okay, so our number for this department is 0845
Yep.
600
600
4593.
4593. Okay. Now would I need an extension with that?
There's no extension on that, just that number should bring you directly through to the customer support unit.
Okay.
Okay, sir?
Okay. Thank you, Robert. You've been very
Right.
helpful. All right.
Bye.
Bye bye. Okay, is that better for you?
Have you stopped the computer now?
Eh?
You stopped the computer?
No. Will I sec?
Oh, you want to record me as well?
Yeah.